So, well, my friends, here we go again. We are back at the city, you know. We have arrived all courts, 74 courts in 1 year, you know. All the outside courts and all by bicycle. And now we are back at the city. You know it, we are at Red Light Court, aka the secret court, you know. The park garage court. You see it from here, but today is not Saturday. Normally, always tradition Saturday afternoon, but there's a reason why I'm here now. I will tell you something about my bicycle, and I have a new backpack for basketball, you know, to put in a basketball. And there are some good points and some not that good points, and I was very disappointed, but I didn't send it back. I will tell you this, but at the other court. You know, here is the red light, the windows are still there behind, but you see now they built there a building. That was all field. Can you remember it? There was not this, how it is called in English, this net, you know. That was not here, and the building was also not here. So I don't know what this is, but it looks like a company with big space in. You see that? So I don't know. But our house, the windows are still there, so they will still watch us when we play here. Yeah, and here are now all people working, you know. Yeah, and now we are back, you know, all 74 courts. These are all courts which I know, you know. Some were new, like the Dream Court number 2, because they opened it up this year, you know. So that was the first time that we were there. The Watt Court, you know, I've never seen this court with real grass, you know, beside the, how it is called, the lake, you know, where you have to pay entry in summer, and that was cool, yeah. And now here we are. I have the Spalding Street here, but not much playing because I have some new things on my bicycle and I have the new backpack. But here on this court I will come to the bicycle. You know, I drove all these, you know, these were amazing. All 74 courts, and these were all outside courts, you know. Some in this direction, that is the area which the people are not that friendly. They are friendly, but a little bit closed people, not that opened up. And in that direction there is all the other thing, you know, the Watergate Court, and Madame Court to Italy goes left, but also this side, you know. Yeah, and the longest route there were a lot of long routes, but the absolute longest, that was much more than over 8 hours on the bicycle on one day. Over 8 hours only, bam bam bam, and there was nothing to drive downwards, only straight, so you had never to relax. That was really hard. Plus the basketball, I told you what all happened to me, you know, the bee which stung me here, you know. And when I almost fell down from my bicycle immediately, and there I will tell also something, because the water, you know, I drank there the water from an open water bottle. You know, when you go in a city, sometimes there is a thing where water comes out, you know. The Brunnen. I don't know, Brunnen, I will write it that you see it in English. I don't know the word. And there, normally, yeah, normally you can drink everywhere, but the problem is, normally they should write on, this is drinking water. That means this you can really drink, but when nothing stands on, normally you can also drink it. The problem is, when they write on drinking water, they have to make a lot of tests that the water is really to drink, and when something happens, the company, the village, the city, they who made this, then the fault is by them. And when I drink something and nothing stands on and it happens something, it is my fault. That is the reason. But I talked yesterday with a girl, and her father works at the fields where we were sometimes, you know, Panorama Court and a few other courts there, and he works in the fields his whole life as a bower, you know. And there someone was watching, they don't know what is going on there, and you stand here with a camera, you know. They are the city is also a little bit other. And she told me her father said he would never ever drink something from more closer to the city, from the open water things, you know. it is a other thing when you go nowadays. You have also seen this at sport places. They have built extra water drinks. There you can drink it. But at this open overall Brunnen, he would never drink there, because he said from the cows, from the fields, and all those things can go down, you know. And you also read it sometimes when there are Überschwemmungen, you know. Then also in some villages they say the water is not clear, you are not allowed to drink it. And that the 2 times what happened to me where I almost fall down from the bicycle, and one time, the extreme one, where I really thought I had to call a hospital, there I drank this water, all was fine. The 6 hours on the bicycle, all was fine, and 10 minutes, around 15 minutes after, I was completely away, you know. And so don't drink water from those open things only when it stands on drinking water, otherwise don't do it. So, and to the bicycle, I have drove all courts, you know, all the outside courts and all courts here with click pedals, and now I have new one. When we have finished all, I have got new one. Also from a female friend from mine, and her boyfriend works in a bicycle shop, you know, and he repairs and sells bicycle, and he that was a present, you know. These are not the best, but absolutely great, because I drove all on those click pedals, you know. Normally where you have the shoes where you have to click it in, you know, those bicycle shoes, and I drove all with the big shoes. All outside courts I drove with the big shoes, you know, basketball shoes, on that small pedal. It worked, but that is the reason why I got the knee pain at the end of all those courts. And why? Because when you drive 6-7 hours each day, that is too much. And the problem is, I show you that. Wait, the ball can roll away. When you are sitting on, and here you will see it, I can go to the thing, you know, I am on. But the problem is, by those click pedals, you know, I make it with that feet, you know. Normally, you know, you have enough space here. I mean, this space is not here, only to there. And then I always go, bam, a little bit out. On the right side, it was the knee, you know, because I didn't want that my jean or my white pants go into this thing. And then I always had my feet not straight on, always with pressure outside, and that pressure go into the knee, you know, because of those click pedals. But now I have real pedals, I put them on, you know. Also I can tell you there, if you don't can open this, you know, that is sometimes, this is over 30 years, yeah, really tough. Then a stool, a chair, something under there, you know. Here is the platform, and here you put on this pedal, here the key, and then you go on to this thing with one feet, with that feet, and with the other feet you push down. Then you can make it open very easy, you know, even the hardest one. And now I'm happy that I have this. And then I got light, you know, also for the last route where we closed the show before Brennero Court, and then in Italy, Madame Court, the celebration. There I got light, and also there I got a problem. I got it sponsored from my mom, because I drove all without a light, and that is very, very dangerous. But when you don't have the money, what shall you do, you know? But now the backlight, the most important one, really cool, that is only a reflector. But that is so important that car sees you, especially when you are in a tunnel. Yeah, there you have to have a light, you know. But I drove also without a light, very, very, very dangerous, you know. And the first problem what I got is, they say this light goes up to 6 hours, you know, to 6 hours. And I put it in, I drove to Madame Court in Italy, and then it worked. And when I drove back, and it became late afternoon, I told you this, the light went down. You have seen it on the basketball court, there was all shadow in already. And when I drove back after 10-15 minutes, the light went out. And then I said, no, what is there? And then I got it, the echo was over, you know. And then I have no opportunity to load it up. I had no power bank by me, nothing. Both lights. And I said, no, Then I had to through all from Italy back on the main street, you know, the old Brennerstraße, the Brenner Street, where cars are driving, and it became dark. Very, very tough, you know. I drove very, very quick to come home, and on the front light I got another problem. I thought, wow, cool, but what happened? This light I cannot bring on. I have no opportunity. Why? You see, here was a computer on. I got this also, that was a present. I drove with this bicycle 30 years ago, you know, but that was not my own. I had a more children mountain bike, which I drove also a few years back, but then it was damaged. I could not make this, you know, and then I got this, you know the story. And here was a computer from the person on, and this I cut down, and I wanted to bring on the light, and then I have realized it is not possible because of that cables. Because when you put this light on there, it always shines upwards, you know, and not downwards. And then you cannot use it because the light has to go a little bit downwards, that you don't affect other cars, you know. And there I thought, no shit, I could not bring it on. But then I put it onto these cables, and now, you know, it also slides a little bit, but here, you see it? Now it goes a little bit down. Sometimes I have to make it, but that works very well, you know. And so I'm very happy. And also this light goes out more quick than the back light, but here I have two steps to go. Much light and a little bit less light. And then now I tested it at home 2 times how long it runs. The other one runs around 4 hours and 30 minutes. And this around 2.5 hours, but on the most light, yeah. And so I know this, and now I'm making a test drive. That is why I'm here, to test this bicycle, because we have one more route which I want to make, but now it is very fresh. It got -degrees, so you feel now the winter is here, you know, cold, no snow, but really, really fresh. Yeah, and that is the bicycle. So I have it better with the feet, you know. I have the light, and that is very cool, and I have a backpack. And I also want to say something about the basketball shoes, because these were the only shoes, the big shoes, where I could make all those outside courts. You know, I have running shoes, different ones, did not work on the click pedals. Skateboard shoes did not work on the click pedals. The AND1 basketball shoes did not work on the click pedals. And I drove all outside courts, all with this big shoe. And I tell you something, absolutely comfortable. I walked with them also upwards to the hidden court. You see it in the mountain there by the houses, but that belongs to the city. I moved up there one time and down without the bicycle, but that is longer ago. Absolutely fine. I went to the dentist, you know, where I had those much things with those shoes. Absolutely fine. And I drove all those routes, and they are perfect, I tell you that. And now watch, I had all on my weight from the shoes on the click pedal, and the click pedal stands a little bit out, you know. And now watch, I go to the sun. What happened to those shoes? Nothing. I tell you that. Watch now. You see, there is no hole in nothing. And that is absolutely amazing, you know. Wait, I make it from there. You have to watch this. You see, a little bit is away, but there is no hole, nothing in. Outside they look like new, you see. There is nothing damaged. Also there, nothing damaged. Only, but this I told 2 years ago already, that here this is damaged, you see. This went off, but also there, this is overall, you see. And under there is another band. You will not see it sharp now on the GoPro. There, and they cannot go completely out, you know. Also on that side, you see it. Yeah, you will not see it because it is now under. This is the only thing, but it still works. It can nothing happen. So those shoes helped me out. Without those shoes, I could not make it with those shoes what I have at home, you know. And that also amazed me really. And they are so like a form, you know. And that relaxes you when you make so long tours. I don't want a hard shoe. They were really, that I wanted to tell you also. And now I make 2 shots and then we drive to the other court, you know, because I wanted to see what happens here, but I knew it already because I drive so much, all without camera, what you don't see. But I cannot film all the things because then I can make 3 videos a day, you know. But that watches no one. That is the problem. When you put in a video that the algorithm puts it out, that needs time, you know. And when I make after 8 hours the next video, then the video before is a little bit away, you know, that goes down. And people don't realize it, they only see, hey, a new video, and they click to the new video. So sometimes I wait a bit that people have the chance to see it. And so I was here and I have watched the progress. A week ago there was only, without the roof, the roof was not there. But now we make this and then I drive to other court. I know also what is going on there, because there were also a few things what's going on there. But now 2 balls with this bowling street and the sound. We have now a form again. I got sponsored, you know, from my mom, and I got 2 forms for my GoPros. Then the audio by Wind is now again better, you know. That was also a thing, but now we need bigger cameras again to bring them back. My software to cut and to make the thumbnails, when that comes back, and then we are back in the game with the intro, better quality and all those things. But now 2 balls. Wait. Now it's a little bit loud when I put out the tripod. So at the secret court, red light court. So and now my friends, I drive to the other court and then I tell you something about my new basketball backpack, because the old one was damaged. And there are a lot of interesting things. So we see us at the next court. So next court, but not the court where I tell you this. We are here at Lost Ring Court because it is on the way and I have to make 2 shots also here. So we do it. 1 and 2 and then I drive on. So tada, here we are at In the Mountains court. But where is the court? Same problem as often here. Now we are again here where I made a lot of reviews after the court, where I went to the bench. You will know where In the Mountains court is. Course, it looks like outside, but it is inside the city, but a little bit on the mountains. Now watch the view, then you will know where we are. This is a city, you can remember it, long time ago. Here we made a lot of videos. And why I driving up here? Because it goes a little bit upwards, you know. And you see, she turns with the car, because it is not allowed to drive, because in that village, it's not a village that belongs to the city, but it is a little bit upwards. And on those streets they built since over a year, you know. The street is completely open and I wanted to watch how far they are, what is going on. And they have also the beggars on the court, which is there, you know. Now the next has to drive from Landeck, you know. This is the number on the car is Landeck. There we almost were, you know. We were at Imst. Was we had Kimst. There was Ötzi court. A little bit more. There's also a court in Landeck, but that is too far with the bicycle to drive there, you know. There we didn't were. Yeah, and I wanted to check up how it is now. Now the bus comes is the only thing which is allowed here, you know. And now they have put it a much higher, but it's still there. But here the court is good. But what is the problem? All little children are in, you know, not school children, the kindergarten children. But now to the backpack. I have a new one and I told you I was absolutely not impressed. I thought, oh no, what is that? Why? Because my backpack got damaged. I had a really great basketball backpack, and I know I had luck because I paid around 20 euro the bus. And with those 20, I don't know, 22, that was 3 years ago, around, I think. And it lasted. Now another car comes. Where does he come from? Innsbruck, my city. Now where does he drive? Oh, that is not a good idea. That is not good. I guarantee you this car will come back, you know. He will come back immediately. Didn't check the thing and thought he can drive. But we will see. Maybe he drives right. That is possible, but not more. But we wait. Yeah, and this backpack got damaged. I made a review about this. Oh, my light. I have to put out my light. Don't forget. And that was really a great backpack. And it lasted long. It had really... It was good for the shoulders. All things were great. When you open it up and close it. And then happened that the net immediately, bam, break out. And that was absolutely... I didn't see that coming because there was nothing damaged. But the thing was, I had so much in the backpack that outside was such a pressure that all went out, and that happened on a bicycle. Thankfully on a Zebrastreifen, where you walk by feet on a Ampel, by the green, yellow and red light. I had green. And then I heard something falling out. Now watch. Here was it the same car, but also Innsbruck? I can't remember now. Maybe it was the same. I will check it on the camera. Oh, I only have one echo. That is. And then the ball fell out. I thought it was the bottle, and then the ball rolled to the street, and I said, "Wow, that is really dangerous." And since then, I would never ever take such a thing where the ball is outside to make on long routes, because it can always happen that it breaks out, and then. It goes to a fast car behind you, and there is an accident and you have the fault, you know, and you don't want that this will happen. So I tell you now about this backpack. I didn't send it back, but I was really disappointed. And why? You will see now. But you see, I have all in the water bottles, the basketball, and I tried it out now for the first time. I have a tripod in my camera. And now I put all out, and then I will tell you what the advantages are and disadvantages, and why I think it is really a good one. 70 euro around, 17, I always say 70, 17 euro, very cheap. But now I put all out and you see it. So now I have put all out. Now watch. This is the backpack, you know. We make it better here in the sun. This is the backpack. And these are the things what I have always by me. A basketball, a big bottle, 1 liter, 1.5, the more bigger one, a small one, and a tripod, you know. But on the outside courts I don't take this because this has a weight, and when you drive 6-7 hours I have put it away, you know. Oh, now I was a scooter and I thought my thing was falling out. And this is too heavy, you know. It's K&F, a really good tripod, but also I had to sell my tripods. I had bigger ones, really good ones. These I have sold, but you know, on the outside courts when you can film a little bit higher, that looks better. And I only use from the GoPro the small tripod because it is so light. I wanted to have a carbon tripod. It is a little bit smaller also, would be much more nice, but this is the last one what I have. You have a lot of good things in here, you know, the extra thing for the GoPro. But these are the around things, and normally a t-shirt, pullover, such things also would be nice, or the second camera, the other GoPro. And I have to put in this GoPro with the tripod. And now watch, this net was also by the thing, and it was like this. You got this backpack and this was out. And I knew that, but I thought you can put in here the basketball. That was my thing, what I have really thought, that this net really great. I thought here you can put it in, and this is an extra tool that it is more strong. Then I thought, well, now the ball cannot fall out because this is really closed, and then that works perfect. But no, here you cannot put in the ball. This is too small. That is for a bottle or other things, and that I didn't check on Amazon. And then I thought, oh no, what is that? And now comes a thing, you have to put in those things, you know. I show you that. I have put on one away, because here you can click it in, you know. Bam. But you see, that is the big disappointed what I had, because now you have to put this in here, you know. Wait, I have to with one hand, not, wait, I have it wrong in this direction. You will see that now what the problem is, what I thought, you know. Now you have to fill in this, you know. You would do that, you have only that, and then with those clad things, you hear it. One time again, wait. Bam, you see, and then you close that. And then you do that on all sides. And when you have a ball in, what do you think? If there is pressure and you drive on the street, when this opens up, and that can go quick, bam, and the ball falls out. And that was why I thought, wow, what a stupid thing. I would never trust in only this, because when there is much in a tripod and all bottles and all things, it can, bam, go out, you know. And that was the disappointed where I thought I cannot use it when I drive longer routes. The first big thing. Then the next one was, because you see in the pictures there is I don't know in English. We open it up, and then the surprise comes. Oh, it is only a small thing. You see that? That goes not in, only until here. That is a small bag. But where is the entrance? Oh, here, you know, under there. And now here I have to put in my tripod, and then my concern was, do I have space enough to put it in? Because normally I had problems to close it, and when now this is an extra thing, that was the next one, and you feel that this one is not the best, you know, when you make this open, and that, you know, that is not smooth. And I have read this on Amazon from other people, and they have written this is really cheap, you know. But I thought, yeah, I am not complicated. Some have a lot of expectations, you know. For maybe they have thought they get a 80-100 euro bag. But to the 80-100 euro bag, I don't need a bag where you can put in the ball here and shoes, because then I have no space for the tripod, you know. But now listen to that. I put it now together again, and then we see us again, and then you will see why it is a good bag to me. Wait. So, and now watch. I have all in. You see the big bottle, there is space. It is very strict, but the bottle goes in and it works. The small bottle, of course, and I could put in my tripod. You see, there is it open, but here I can close it. And there is enough space for the tripod. You see it? We go again here. You see, I have space for it. Of course, it is a little bit left, not straight in, but that was by the other bag also. And here it is much more smooth than on the other one. I don't have that pressure. With those things, they are not the best, you know. They look now maybe better, but they are very thin, but it works, you know. The only problem is that you feel the big bottle in your back, you know, in your back side of your body. With the other backpack I didn't have that problem, but it works. This works very well, very quick, you know, very good. And now we come to the important part, what is going on now with the ball. I have shown you this, that it was, and here, because it opens up, bam, and it is out, you know. And there starts the mistake, what many maybe will not see because you have no letter to read. You know what the thing is, what you have to change. I show you that. When we have here, where is it here? You know, you have to, how we make this. Wait, I put on, wait. I show you that. So, wait, I have to go down, that you see that. So, now watch. Here you see that. Normally, you go in there and make it like one time and you close it, and that is the mistake. Never do that. You have to do this and then go to the small one, you know. Maybe many know it, but some will not know it. And now that makes a big difference, because when this opens up, and you have pressure there, you see, that doesn't open up, and that is an extra part that it is safe. And now it is really strong and the ball cannot fall out, and now I can trust into this. You see the difference? Watch, when it is open, wait, you see I push, nothing happens. And when this is not in the second hole in, now watch, bam. And that is the difference. And now when I put it in, you know, then you see why I didn't send it back, because now it is really a good bag, and here I can put in extra things for my cards, you know, or for the keys. And here on the back side I can put in an extra t-shirt, and now for the city, absolutely great. And now I'm thankful that I have it, and we will see how long it works. For outside I will now, with my experience, also only take my ball into a bag, you know, because of the risk if something, you know, I drove a lot of times, it never happened when I was outside, or also back in the days, but when it happens that can go really wrong. And so yeah, this backpack is really cool, and that it is. Then we will see us on a complete other video the next time. That was all preparation now, because then you will see what will come. Until next time, bye and ciao.